Video is awesome because it's so much easier to really connect with people. When you can see somebody's face, they're talking, you can kind of tell if they're being real or not. Internet communities have been around before the internet. I was on some bulletin board BBS sites that I would just dial into somebody's server, and people would leave files and I would take them and I'd upload my files, and like we would share things in our own intranet, our own little community. And you didn't know what people looked like or anything like that, but you could get it in chat rooms, you could get a feel for people's personalities, and you can discuss topics, and you, like that's kind of where all this stuff built from, right? Even if you think about chat rooms, once there's more than one room, it's like, okay, what's this room about? What are we going to talk about? What are we going to discuss? Things like that. I think Reddit is a great example of a community that's like, even if you look at it, its design and layout is so archaic, but it really allows people to discuss and share almost anything. Like there's a subreddit for it, if you can think it up, right? And if not, you can make it. And if anyone else is interested, you'll find it, and you can share stuff. But video in itself and animation is just so much more engaging for people. And well, think about it. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, how much is 30 pictures a second? Right? That's true. How valuable is a high frame rate and 4K resolution, right? Like you can get a lot across, right? Especially when things are designed and developed and displayed effectively
for that medium.
Exactly. And things like even think of maybe the first time you saw an infographic design and you're like, holy crap, like this is really, I'm really getting a lot of information here, right? All at once. It's like if somebody had to write me a book, like take that, maybe even take that challenge. It's like take an infographic and then write it out. Like it would be a lot of pages, right, of information, and it would be convoluted, and you'd really there'd be room for more detail. But from an ability to grasp a lot of information quickly, infographics are awesome. Now animate that infographic and use time as another way to communicate, and that's when you get into motion, time-based media, right? So now you're working on more senses at once. So I'm using your sense of hearing. If there's audio in it, I can use a nice soundtrack to emote mood. I can use sound effects to help transport you places. I'm using your eyes to see stuff. You know, you can really play on a lot of senses at once. And then you're using passage through time at the same time. So yeah, time and space, man. It's good stuff.
To kind of like, I guess, veer off into like left field, what do you feel about, what is it, 4D video? 4D movies? Where like the chair moves and spurt water at you?
It's a whole nother way to experience stuff. Do I want to watch like World's Dirtiest Jobs in 4D? No freaking way. But I love it, and virtual reality is basically this is the year it's happening. And there's not a lot of haptic feedback, which is you know, really playing with physical sense technology. But we've been developing some VR stuff for a while, and just playing with the medium. And it's outstanding. It is an entirely new experience to put on this headset and be transported to wherever, and not only maybe places that you haven't been that exist in this world, but entirely new worlds that couldn't exist anywhere else. And to be fully immersed in it. And there's one that I don't think it's on market. There's a prototype, but it's basically a helmet, and it has like fans in it with heat and mist, and then it's got a bunch of like scent cartridges in it. So if you know you're playing like first-person shooter, you load up like the ones that are going to smell like smoke and gun, and then when a bomb hits off, you get a little smell of that. And you know, full immersion is only, you know, a matter of time from getting there, and being in those kind of spaces can drastically influence the way you think about the world around you, because this physical world that we exist in is really only one way to understand the world. And I think a lot of people get scared about that idea. oh no, we're all going to be plugged in these headsets, and we're all going to forget about what's happening out here.
Like that photo of Mark Zuckerberg skipping down the aisle and everyone's wearing VR.
Exactly, right? But again, tools are tools, and they can be used however you'd like them to be used. And is there danger? For sure there's danger in it. Is there amazing opportunity to enlighten people to a whole nother level, to bring whole new human experiences to people, to actually put you in somebody else's shoes and let you experience what their life is like? Or to simply, like, there's like, to get into the metaverse. Social VR is going to be a legit thing. You think Skype is fun now. Wait until you can actually, like, be in the same space as somebody and feel their hand when you guys shake hands, and they're in China.
Yeah.
Or they're on the space station. You know, it's about another way to communicate. And these tools just get, again, you know, think of, you know, go back.